In this video, taking a look at Romans chapter 14, verses 19 through 23. So then we pursue the things which make for peace and the building up of one another. Do not tear down the work of God for the sake of food. All things indeed are clean, but they are evil for the man who eats and gives offense. It is good not to eat meat or to drink wine or to do anything by which your brother stumbles. The faith which you have as your own conviction before God. Happy is he who does not condemn himself in what he approves. But he who doubts is condemned if he eats, because his eating is not from faith, and whatever is not from faith is sin. In these final verses of Romans 14, Paul really puts a fine point on this very subjective element of faith, which often scares people. As Christians on this side of the Enlightenment, especially in the West, we filter everything through a very rational black and white lens. However, what Paul explains here is that a man who violates his conscience on these trivial matters is actually sinning. The Christian response is to not cause one's fellow brother to stumble. In Paul's context, a Christian who does not observe the food laws should not pressure one who does to go against his conscience. That causes the Christian who maintains the food laws to do something that they feel is offensive to God. Now, Paul is in the camp of the guy who doesn't observe the food laws. He says right here that all things are indeed clean in light of Christ's fulfillment of the law. However, Paul debates in his letters. What he debates in his letters is not the ins and outs of food laws, but the larger issue at hand, which is a failure to grasp the fullness of the grace in which Christians now stand as a result of Christ's work. He keeps the big picture in front of him and says that other Christians should conduct themselves similarly to avoid unnecessary division in the church.